Okay, so pretty sure they killed off Xander Cage in the second XXX movie, and although they do mention the death in this movie, they don't actually explain how he escaped. Only explanation? He's a Terminator. XXX Return of Xander Cage. So XXX Return of Xander Cage is the third movie in the XXX franchise and sees Vin Diesel return to his role as Xander Cage from the first movie. He stars alongside a bunch of other actors including Ruby Rose, Toni, Collette, Rory McCann and Samuel L. Jackson. And in this movie we're on a device called the Pandora's Box which can link to any satellite orbiting the Earth. This device will basically drag these satellites down to Earth, causing a massive explosion which will kill loads and loads of people. And after seeing what these guys can do, they decide they have no other choice but to bring back former XXX employee Xander Cage. And now he and his team must get this device back before all hell breaks loose. And going into this movie, I wasn't expecting much. I wasn't expecting anything, to be honest. I was just expecting to be entertained. I just wanted this movie to be a dumb, fun action film. I thought the first one was okay, I thought the second one was awful. And to be fair, with this movie, I did get a pretty fun action movie, but there is a hell of a lot wrong with it. The script for this movie is fucking awful. You could pick the script apart with ease. There are so many things in this story that just don't make sense. Characters are introduced in one way, but then suddenly a twist happens and then they turn out to be another way. And that happened more than it should have in this movie. There are a hell of a lot of characters that just kept swapping sides and for no real reason. The dialogue in this movie is also fucking awful. They're trying really hard to make this a 90s cheese action movie, but in that they try so hard to push this humour and over-the-top action on us that it comes off ridiculous. And don't get me wrong, some of the action scenes in this movie weren't actually half bad. Some of them were quite entertaining. However, the same could not be said for the actual fight scenes in those action sequences, because the camera is jumping around like it doesn't know where to go and you barely see anything that's going on. This movie is also predictable as hell. There are moments in this movie where you can go, I bet that's going to happen and I bet that's going to happen, and sure enough, you're right, that does happen. Most of these characters were forgettable. Vin Diesel's probably the only one in this movie really trying. And although no one else in this movie gives a fantastic performance, you can see that they are having fun with the material that they have. I suppose that is one of the positives I can give this movie. You really can tell that they're having fun, and in that you do have a bit of fun with them. With the piss-poor script and action sequences that are so poorly shot you can't see anything, you can't help but lose that fun and feel frustration instead. Now, if you are a fan of the other XXX movies, I can see you guys really enjoying this movie. I do think it is a lot better than the second one, although there are a lot of things that don't make sense. One thing, for example, I can't spoil it for you guys, so it's going to be really hard to describe. But basically something happens in this movie between the first 5 minutes that then comes around again at the end, and considering what we saw in the first 5 minutes, it makes no sense. It isn't explained clearly, it just happens and we're all supposed to just accept it. Just like we're supposed to accept the fact that Xander Cage is back, despite the fact they killed him off in the second movie. As I said in my intro, although they address the fact that he died, they don't really explain how he survived. I mean, he was in a building that got blown up, with the producers not reading this script going, yeah, I see, yeah. Okay, but we need to know how he actually dies in this movie, otherwise, you know, everyone's going to pick it apart. And the writers are just there going, nah, they'll be fine, they won't care. I mean, it happened years ago. They won't notice, they won't remember. I mean, are you sure? Because the audience really do need to know how he survived. Nah, forget about it. Nah. I mean, they don't even attempt to do anything to explain how he survived. Even if it was just a fake death, they didn't even attempt to do that. And like the end, we're just supposed to accept that without being expected to pick it apart. But don't get me wrong, guys, this movie isn't complete dog shit. It is an okay movie. If you're just wanting to sit down and watch a dumb, mindless action film with your friends, then you can definitely do that with this film. It's over the top, it's ridiculous. You can have a great time in that sense. I mean, you're not really supposed to go into this movie expecting something serious. It is basically just a mindless, fun action flick. But when the script could be picked apart by even a 10-year-old, you just can't do it. You just can't have that fun that you want. And in that, unfortunately, I have to give XXX Return of Xander Cage 1 star. Like I said, if you enjoyed the previous two movies, then you will more than likely really enjoy this movie. But if you didn't like the other two and the trailer for this movie basically did nothing for you, you're probably going to hate it. So, XXX Return of Xander Cage. Have you guys seen it yet? What did you think about it? Whatever you thought, let me know in the comment section below. Thanks to those for watching, guys. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Share the video with your friends. And if you want to see more videos just like this one, then subscribe to my channel for more. Thanks again for watching. You guys are awesome, and I'll see you all in the next video.